I am so excited because today marks the first official day of my marathon training. So the next few weeks, 16 weeks to be precise, I am bringing you with me along for the journey. So a few years ago, I hated running. I started running a year and a half ago after I gave birth to my second son. When he was 6 months old, I would take him out in a running pushchair whilst my eldest son was at nursery. And I started running for just 10 or 15 minutes. I wasn't tracking my pace, I wasn't tracking my distance. I just did it because I was really struggling to process how I was going to fit in workouts around my children. I couldn't realistically get the type of training that I'm used to doing in my lifestyle. I'm used to strength training, I'm used to going to the gym for hours at a time, 5-6 days a week. It was just not realistic for me, and I was getting myself really down about it. And I found running was one of those things that I just popped my trainers on, had a little bit of a warm up, head straight out the door, and you're doing it. Whereas a gym, it was just the process of going to the gym, getting to the gym, waiting for equipment, doing my reps, resting, and it just got too much for me. And I felt like it was eating away at too much of mum life and work life. So running really gave me a good opportunity to not only give me what I needed fitness wise, but also a relief of stress, anxiety, and I really think it benefited my mental health during that postpartum phase, which is why I'm really passionate about letting other mums know that if you experiment with different things, you can try different things, your fitness life doesn't have to look like it did before you have children, after you have children, and we'll get into that in a different video. But anyway, I am super excited because my journey in running has only been short, but I've completely fallen in love with it. I've got the running bug. I did the Great South Run last year. I had a wonderful time. Didn't feel that it was too tough. Then I did a trail half marathon, which again was tough, like don't get me wrong, but when I crossed that line, I felt like I had a little more to give. So the next step is of course a marathon. I'm petrified. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll wait and see, won't we? So I'll take you out with me on my first run. So I'm out for my first 5k run on the plan. I've had to get it in my lunch break from work because getting up this morning didn't go as planned. My eldest is poorly, so we were up just before 5 this morning and there was no way he was letting me get out. We're on a slight detour because the co-op I went to grab my lunch from doesn't have anything good. So I feel like I need to ask you not to judge me on my lunch choice for today, but meal prep has been non-existent so far, purely because we've just come out of bank holiday weekend and Zachary has been poorly. So my nutrition is definitely something that I'm going to be focusing on over the next couple of weeks to make sure I've got the right nutrients and fueling myself properly. Great, wonderful. So I just finished work, headed straight out for my 11k. My mother-in-law is having the boys for an hour or so more, which means I get to run and catch up with my friend Amy, who is doing 28k today. So she's got a marathon in just a few weeks. So we're gonna run together. But first I need to find her. So I had a 5 o'clock alarm set this morning, all my running gear laid out for me, but the boys woke up before my alarm, so had to cancel on that. But luckily it is the weekend, so my parents can have the boys so I can get my speed run in, which is my last run of the week. So I'll see you there. So I'm out on my first official speed run. I'm just warming up at the moment. Now I don't normally do speed training, so this is a first for me, but it does have its benefits. So it makes your body a little bit more efficient and getting oxygen to your muscles, which of course is going to benefit your running. So here we go. So that's my first speed work session done. Lots of lessons to be learned. I loved it. It's very hot, but I need to work on my recovery. I just feel like I need to go in all guns blazing. And for those recovery intervals, I've really struggled to slow down and just let my body recover. I think that's through many years of a bad relationship with exercise. I feel that if I'm not pushing myself, then I'm slacking. But we will learn. There's lots of learning to come out of this. But I need to learn how to recover so I become a more efficient runner, which of course is going to be super important when it comes to a marathon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more of these, more learning. So that completes week 1 of 16, and it felt really good to have some sort of routine and moving forward towards a big goal. It felt quite easy. I know I'm not going to be saying that a few weeks down the line, but I think it's the adrenaline, the excitement and everything that makes it that much easier. I've managed to complete 3 runs and 2 workouts, and that's going to be the ideal. And again, I know that's not always going to be possible moving forward, depending on whatever life throws at us. But luckily, the boys start preschool together from this month. So later this month, I will have an entire Friday morning to myself where I'm not going to be working. So that is where I'm going to plan on getting my long runs in. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing how we progress.